Hello, my friends and family and fellow Rogue Legacy lovers. This is Nick, and we are back for episode 28 of our Rogue Legacy Let's Play. We are here with Sir Kenny II, a paladin with 134 strength, 60 magic, and 178 armor. And we are going to do a little bit more farming slash exploring on our way to possibly heading off the second boss. I think it's probably getting near time. The farming we're to the point now where I feel like I'm fairly capable. The forest, it's a scary place, but I feel like we should be able to handle most of it. I do want to ask the question, what's up with the rain, right? Like, at the beginning of the game, didn't it not rain constantly and endlessly? Or was that a thing and I just forgot? I don't know. I can be very easily misled and confused, so there's a chance that maybe it was always raining. But I had a feeling that there was a time when it was not constantly with the lightning and the thunder and all of that. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will remind me. So here we go. Another run for another day. So, what are our goals today? Well, we'd like to probably end up with at least 10k gold. I mean, why not set the bar a little higher, right? I mean, I've been saying, we'll try and say conservative, well, if we get 6k, we're going to be in a good position. You know, why not? Screw that. Let's just see what would be the best we can be, right? To be the best around. I don't want anything to keep me down. So we're already at 2k. I mean, this is gonna be simple stuff for us. I think we got this pretty much on lock, if you'll pardon me saying that. And I want to ask a question. What is up with the Butterfinger bar? Can I ask what is up with that? Do you find that to be a strange candy bar at times? Like, what is even in the center of it? It doesn't really have an explanation or a name. And I'm saying this as pretty much a fan of the Butterfinger bar, but I'm just curious by it. Like, the whole thing seems a little mysterious to me. It's some sort of nondescript, like, orange chunk surrounded with chocolate. I mean, it's not nougat or nougats. I forget if it's like you're supposed to always call it pluralized. I don't remember. But that's like, what, Milky Way or Three Musketeers? Something like that has the nougats inside of it. And I'm still not entirely sure I know what those are. But I know that I've eaten them before, and they're a little less mysterious or foreign to me. But the orange chunk, man, I don't get it. It's just, the Butterfinger bar has been a series of mysteries to me, because for the longest time, for the beginning of the Butterfinger bar's marketing history, that as far back as I can remember anyway, they used to have Bart Simpson as the spokes cartoon for Butterfinger. And it took me ages, and I think they actually had to just, like, overtly come out and explain this at one point. But I think the only correlation they had between Bart Simpson and Butterfinger was the color, and also the spiky hair sort of matched the top of the wrapper. Like, the little frayed edges of the wrapper were sort of similar. Yeah, I'll just take the shot for that gold, I suppose. I shouldn't have taken that one, though. So I just was always mystified by, like, oh, how do you make that jump from Bart Simpson to Butterfinger bar? And, like, what's the orange chunk about? It's so sweet. I mean, it always hurts my teeth, but I sort of like it. I mean, it's an enjoyable taste for the most part, but it's just mostly, like, beating you over the head with sweet. I mean, I guess that's kind of what you're looking for when you're looking for a candy bar, so really, this isn't me complaining or anything. It's just, it's the way the world works. But the rest of it, all of the stuff surrounding the Butterfinger bar just mystifies me a little bit. I mean, the amount of things that people have come up with that are, like, so on the fringes of what you could consider food, they just never cease to amaze me. I mean, the uproar, the public outcry over the Twinkie going away was something, like, I really didn't get that either, because I don't have anything against Twinkies. I've eaten them occasionally. I don't ever really feel like they were, like, the worst food that existed or anything, because I've heard people make that whole thing, like, oh, they'll be like, the only food left in the world after the nuclear apocalypse and all of that. Like, I don't think that's really, it's a little hyperbolic in the other direction. You know, they're not good for you, but I don't think they're that bad for you comparatively. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they are that bad for you, but I don't really know. Regardless, the outcry over them disappearing was really surprising, because pretty much everyone I talked to was like, this is garbage food, no one should eat it, and then all of a sudden everyone's really upset at the Twinkie disappearing, and then the Twinkie comes back, and nobody seems to care. So I don't know, maybe we're just a fickle group of people. I think this is probably entirely the case, that we are just the most fickle people, and we just choose to be upset and uproariously angry about things that we just want to, you know, make a fuss about at the moment, because it's more fun to be dramatic, I guess. I don't know, we all have our moments. I don't fault anyone for it. if you're a Twinkie supporter or someone who completely abhors the concept of Twinkies, I harbor no ill will toward you. I'm sorry, I didn't even look at that sign by the time I had already attacked that dude. It's becoming a little bit, like, reactionary. Yeah, I don't know. It's not becoming a little bit like reactionary. It's becoming a little bit reactionary. Grammar is important to me, and a lot of the times I get in this weird position where I start commentating in ways that are not in English, like in any proper form or function of the English language. It's all eluded me. So I don't know what's up with the Dark World being, like, in the middle of our area right there. I'd rather it was kind of, like, underneath the castle like it's supposed to be. But I guess what are you going to do other than avoid it and eat SpaghettiOs? I guess the other thing you can do. It's now SpaghettiOs. They're a thing that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, okay, let me backtrack a second. I should really preface this by saying, actually, not SpaghettiOs. Those are not the thing I'm not a fan of. It's Chef Boyardee as a whole. The SpaghettiOs themselves actually are not that bad. I've had them before. They can be, you know, an interesting, sweetly savory type of thing. I don't really understand what you're supposed to call them. Take no damage. I've got spike balls. Maybe that can help me out here. I can launch enough spike balls into this room. Maybe I can actually get down there without having to fight anything. That would be lovely if that was the case. Do my bidding! I don't want to rush too far, though. But anyway, the whole thing about Chef Boyardee, like, is it pasta that they use in their food? I don't know, it feels like some other material. It's not very pasta-like to me. I think I can just run in here and grab this. There we go. MP increase +5. Very nice. The meatballs that go with the Chef Boyardee pasta, it's all, you know, mysterious substances that I don't entirely understand. I mean, I guess that's going to be this episode's theme, mysterious food substances. Who would have thought? Things like the fruit roll-up. I'm not sure what exactly we need to do to create this, like, gelatinized fruit plastic. But, you know, it kind of tastes good. Sorry. Guilty pleasure, maybe. A little goofy there, but, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of strange objects out there that we can consume. And the stranger the colors, of course, the tastier they are for kids, right? I mean, kids are just attracted to, like, fluorescent colored food. Not sure why. I guess I was, too. It worked on me. It's kind of strange, though, that they go and they make, like, the windshield wiper fluid basically, like, the most attractive to children color possible. I guess for adults, they would be like, I wouldn't want to drink that nasty sugar water. But for kids, like, that is absolutely what I look for in a beverage. You know, look at Sunny D. Man, if you've ever had the conversation about Sunny D, like, what is up with the kid that hates the purple stuff when it's just as bad? Like, the fluorescent bright orange Sunny D is just as bad as the purple stuff. I don't even know what maybe the purple stuff was actually grape juice. Did we ever consider that? I don't know. I wasn't there. I wish I was. I could have maybe tried it firsthand. I don't even hate Sunny D. It tastes very, very strongly of sugariness. It's, you know, par for the course, though, I guess, with a lot of the drinks we have. I don't know. I don't really have a platform here. I'm just sort of hunting and pecking at random food items that have jumped out at me in the past. I'm not exactly a food activist myself. I eat a lot of junk food. I really have, you know, no position to be criticizing anyone for their food choices, so please take everything I say with a grain of salt and several grains of sugar. It's just the way it is, you know. I want to talk about stuff. That's how it goes. It's sort of like a way for me to voice the things that I write on Twitter, you know, to give me proper context. And sometimes I go off in crazy tangents that last for most of the episode. Hey, thank you for giving me that coin. I really do appreciate that very much. I'm not sure why they decide to do it right then sometimes, and other times they just take their sweet time and bounce around for a while. I don't know, we're at an 18k run already. Things are going pretty well. It's only about 9 minutes into the run. These eyeballs are going to give me guff. I'm just going to dodge them all. Screw that. And we're going to make our way over to the right. And what's going on over here? We got a little zombie action. Zombie action, not a big deal. I'm surprised there isn't a room that's just like, here's a zombie swarm, deal with it. Hashtag deal with it. And imagine you just walk into this room, the door shuts behind you, and you can't leave until you kill like 100 zombies or something. That could be kind of fun. Oh, take no damage. Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? Oh yeah, alright, well, made it. First time I've actually seen that little gauntlet. It's pretty crappy, though, because I'm probably not going to make it out of here. Or if I do, it's going to be a little close. Or, no, I'll take a couple of hits at least. Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood here. Let's go up. Pretty amazing that I've played, what is this, the 28th episode, filled with many runs per episode, and that is still the first time I've run into that exact configuration of challenge. I really like the fact that they put that much time and effort into making these templates for randomized rooms. Shows a lot of care, and oh man, here we go. Alright, so I need to correct a previous mistake that I made. The 1/3 that you will get, or rather the 3 times back that you get, is only off of the amount that he takes from you, which is 25% of your current gold. So you get, what, 75% of the gold back in total from what you paid him? Does that make any sense? I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so 4,000 gold gone, but we have the potential to get 12,000 gold back, I think is what I'm trying to say. Right? It's this one. Yes, it is! Hell yeah! Alright. And that will make this our, by far, the most successful run we've had so far. 44k! Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Take no damage. I really want to take no damage. Can I do this? I don't want to die on this rune. That would be super dumb. I'd love to break 50k. Okay, I gotta test this on something first. Can I do that? Alright, so I can drop, instantly double tap. And that gives me plenty of time. I have a whole second to inch my way around this. Try to set myself up so I can down stab when I fall from the jump and land on that platform, and then I can double jump back up. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Or just go straight to the chest, actually. Let's just not even mess around. I think that's a better chance. Oh, right, because I wouldn't have even estimated that that was the situation. The fact that that turned up sideways like that, I wasn't really thinking. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't mess with that platform. There's still a good chance that it would have thrown right there. By the way, throwing, it's a thing I've never said until, what, roughly a month ago. Thanks, NLSS. No, honestly, no, seriously, thank you, though. I mean, NLSS is super awesome. But, just saying, I've learned all sorts of new vocabulary to do with competitive gaming and esports. I would have said, you know, you're throwing, yes, but you're more, you know, setting yourself up to fail. What is the other? There's a more prevalent word that people say. I'll think of it eventually. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna go down and realize that that is actually where I just was, so probably not the best use of our time. Crowstorm, I see you back there. Funny how he just appears in the next room like he never changed. To our right, we have Pterosaur. Okay, I don't know, you sound like a Pokemon to me. I'm gonna just kill you and take your gold. Pretty good chance that we may make it to 50k. Definitely a crazy step up. What is going on? Oh, this is the super slow fireball room. I remember this one. I don't know how to deal with this, actually. I'll just go down here and realize there's no reason for me to be in this room at all. Very nice. Let's not ever go in there again. Okay, so we're gonna make our way left and then up. And grab that vine. Can't forget any of the vines. Very important not to forget those. They often seem to have gold. Oh, okay, there's our boss room. Wouldn't that be the silliest thing in the world if I just went in and challenged the boss and won? Alright, we've done it. We've broken 50k gold. Imagine that, we have 50k gold and then we beat the boss. What would we end up with at that point? Oh my god. Dude is packed. Alright, got a dragon chest plate. Things are looking up for us today. This is going to be probably, by far, the best run we'll have in a long time. I want to make sure I maximize it as far as I can. Alright, that was a little lucky I got that crit there. Alright, I'll let him shoot off his fireballs. All good. Another ball man. We'll call him a ball bag, I guess. Remember in gym class, it was like a big deal if you got to carry the ball bag around? Yeah, you can go ahead and take that out of context. No fighting, guys. How am I supposed to do this with no fighting? I guess I could, like, teleport if I had the ability, or, like, assassin my way through that. But, like, you'd finish being out on the field, right? And you'd have the distinct privilege sometimes to carry all the soccer balls or whatever the balls were at the given moment back to the gym room. Which is like, what does that mean? Like, you're helping a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's not a substantial amount of help, and the gym teacher obviously could handle this task, him or herself. And it's like you're buying yourself kudos? Is that what it is? Like you're getting in with the teacher, and then somehow you're gonna be, you know, favored when it comes time for marks? Like, how do you even fail gym class? You just don't show up, I would assume. You know, I was never particularly physically fit, but at the same time, I never did too badly at that stuff either. I had a wicked arm hang time. Yeah, that room is just gonna mess with me. I'm not gonna bother with it. And I don't know if maybe this is just a New York State thing, but we had to do this test like every year about our physical fitness to make sure that we were all capable of doing certain things. And one of those things, we had to run a mile in 12 minutes or less, which is, you know, that's not even that bad of an amount of time, but just the fact that we had to do it is like, okay, this is really annoying. You're gonna randomly make us run a mile a couple of times, or, you know, once a year, I guess it is. I guess stupid lazy American can't run a mile once a year. Yeah, I know. Sorry. But I don't know. I never had any particular want to run a mile in a year, and that's a particularly sad way to go out. Oh my god, they killed Sir Kenny, you bastards. Slain by a ranger. Alright, so what do we have today? We've got an assassin, a spell sword, an archmage. I'm going to roll with the assassin. I feel like we've started to position ourselves in a way that is going to make the assassin a pretty beneficial class. The amount of damage that we're going to get is just going to be off the hook. Once I start just spending and spending and spending all of this money. It's going to be real nice to hit the button as many times as I'm going to get to. There is a part of me, though, that's also saying maybe I should just, like, buy all the equipment. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe it is. Man, I got real lucky having that happen. The 4 times, or whatever it was, the extra gold bonus. What should I spend all this crazy garbage on? I don't know. I feel like I should really just splurge on one particular stat and just make it absolutely stupid. Right? Isn't that what you think? I kind of feel like I should just, like, max out my crit chance right now. I feel like that's gotta be a serious plus, right? I don't think I'm going to actually be able to max it out. I'm going to get close, though, right? So 4, 8, 21, 20... Oh, yeah, I think I actually can make it. Yep. I've done it. I've maxed out my crit chance. So now we'll be getting plus 65% crit. That's crazy. And I still have 15,000 gold left. Alright, let's spend it all on something. Spend it on mana cost down once. And we'll spend it on mana up thrice. What else is there? I can get one more of those, using 500. I can get another armor. Oh yeah, that's pretty close. I'll just do that. Closest way to spend the money. So yeah, that's a real huge bonus. We're gonna have crits like every time we hit, basically. Yeah, have fun with 88% of my gold, bro. Enjoy it. I understand quite fully that it is probably time for me to take out the forest boss. I probably should have done it before, actually. Oh, I can't wait to see the crits happening. 340 damage. This is gonna feel so good. Alright, let's get into this thing. Crits on everybody. Oh yeah, I probably should have turned off the, Oh, it's you. Well, I don't have any use for you yet. Maybe we'll revisit him later on. I don't know. If we can remember to. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. Defeat all enemies. Let's just do this instead. Yeah, so it's really overdue for time to beat the boss, I'd say. But I am just sort of relishing in how much damage... Oh yeah, I was gonna say about how I should probably have gotten rid of the Grace Rune now, because of the fact that I can now do, like, 300 damage every other time I hit stuff. This is not going well, though. I'm just, like, totally just screwing myself left and right here. Have I defeated all enemies yet? Is there another one hanging out? There may well be another picture frame. It may be you. Come on down. What do we have in our chest today? We've got another MP increase. I guess the game is trying to balance us out for how much we decided to mess with the formula. And really just neglect magic for the most part. Don't worry, guys. One day, I'll get enough magic to make that stupid dragon worth playing. It's Scumbag Nick plays as a dragon, doesn't have any MP, complains about the dragon being bad. Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. I'm a scumbag sometimes. Double standards left and right. I'm a freaking hippogriff. Enjoy it. Alright, so more barrels, more gold, more crits everywhere. So would the next goal to be to essentially just get my crit damage up and then just see like how much ass I can kick with it? Is that... Oh, okay, thanks for that, I guess. Oh, I actually hovered right above the spikes but chose to land on them anyway. Okay, I think this assassin is not going to last very long, unfortunately. But still, the amount of crit damage we've got, I mean, it's just staggering. It can't really get much higher, or crit chance, rather. Take no damage. I think I can do that. Yep. Very nice. Another magic increase. So that's basically just a full... Oh yeah, okay, I'll just jam myself right into the spikes there. It's another full entire magic spent, essentially. What do we have today? We've got a Hokage. Can't get crits with Hokage, so that's going to become less of a factor. Lich Queen, and Archmage. I don't know. I guess we'll do a Dwarf Lich Queen. All I got out of that was 1,288 gold. That is real bad. So let's see if I can spend it on a piece of armor. Alright, looks like none of these are affordable. Anything over here, maybe? Okay, that one. Some random helmet. And we'll switch back to whatever I just had, which was the Guardian Helm, I assume. Was it the Guardian Helm? Yeah, the one with the most armor, right? Yeah, I was rocking all gold. Alright, so in we go. Castle Ham, son. You think they'd mix up the name of the castle, too, just to mess with us a little bit more? Like, whether it's actually changing or not is sort of, incidental, maybe just to play with our mind. Eternal Darkness style, maybe, you know, lower the volume on our television set. My crit is 215 damage now. That is a surprisingly large difference in amount of damage output from one class to the other. But I am getting a little bit more max HP each time. We'll see if we can hit our cap. I hope we can. And the goal here is really just to make our way to our cap of our HP and then transfer that over to mana, start over. And with a little bit of luck, we will end up with a very, very powerful character. I'm not especially invested in worrying about getting my MP up, but at the same time, if I can, I guess there's no harm in doing so. Having extra spike balls to throw around is never a bad thing. Oh, okay, well, I'll just jump directly into that missile, I guess. I'm not sure why I needed to do that. Big ol' room in here with, like, nothing in it. Alright, there's the way up to the Maya, I presume. Yep, alright, we got a Mimic over here. Just was kind of curious how many hits that would take to kill. Hard to say, because I hit it once and it jumped into the spikes on its own accord. If only more enemies could be so forward-thinking. You know, save me the trouble. Just make things easier for everyone involved. You can die on your own terms, right? Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to touch that. Alright, yep. Still not a fan of coping with the flying transition to downward strike. It just doesn't really work. Needs a little bit of balancing or patching or something. I'm not really sure how to deal with that. I guess if you hit down and fly at the same time, or jump rather, it should just like make sure you downward strike instead of not. Because there's no other way to do it, or else map one of them to a button, I guess. I feel like things are going badly all of a sudden. You could use a little bit more HP up. That dude took a lot of hits. 272. What game is this? I don't think I've seen this one yet. It's a new thing. Alright, Band of Bears, development time 4 months, release date August 6, 2009. It's our second game we ever attempted. It was for the 2009 Dream Build Play Contest. We found out about it pretty late, so we had to catch up with everyone else. Fresh off the success of Don't Poo Your Pants, I don't know why I'm censoring myself. This is a Let's Play. This is an indie impression. Don't shit your pants. We decided to go big, stupidly big, and thus Cellar Door Games was formed. On top of starting a project well beyond our resource and expertise, we also juggle full-time jobs to get this game running, so it was pretty sucky. Okay. Game featured the BEARS system, Bare Effort Adaptable Room System, which would change rooms depending on the number of players playing. The Bear system didn't tweak numbers, it tweaked puzzle. It didn't just tweak numbers, it tweaked puzzle as well. We ended up in the top 20, which was good, but not enough to win anything. Eventually, reality and common sense came back to us when we realized we had to scrap the project, or in the very least, put it on indefinite hiatus. Demo boss was pretty freaking cool. Alright, well, I wouldn't know, I didn't play it, but maybe I will try it in the future, who knows. Doesn't really explain what kind of game it is very well. It looks like some sort of a puzzle game, I guess. I don't really know. On to the right. Okay, let's just run into him, I suppose. A bit of a difference between those runs so far. Well, I wasn't super psyched about him anyway. Dragon, no thank you. Another dragon, assassin, and archmage. Man, you don't want to give me class I want anymore. Alright, so we got 3,000. I'm gonna put that on mana or crit damage. I don't know which. Crit damage. Yeah. And we'll do one more run. Enjoy that money. I didn't think I could spend 700 on anything anyway. I hate this room. I'll just charge through it like nothing happened, though. Nobody will know. I kind of feel like I should just do something rash and just, like, find my way forward and go fight the forest boss. Maybe I should do that, just to keep things mixed up a little bit. Probably doesn't mean I should stop clearing out all the rooms, but at the same time, I guess I just want to make forward progress, so I'm trying to be a little less meticulous in favor of brute force progression, I suppose. I don't even know if this is the right way. We will find out. Oh, well, can't go too wrong if there's a chest at the end of it. I guess you can go just wrong enough to get stabbed by spikes in the foot. Alright, so let's look at our map so far. I guess we're going to head either up or down. I'm going to choose up and see where that takes us. Yep, alright. Pencil Sharpener of Doom. One-shotting pretty much everybody. Feels good, man. Get back here, zombie. You don't stand a chance. And up here, we're going to take out another knight who's going to throw his... I don't know, what even is that? A wind blade? Is this some sort of bleach BS? You gonna shoot your Zanpack toe at me or something? Stub your Zanpack toe on the edge of the coffee table. I don't know. There we go. Bunch of gold. 4,000 gold. We already have enough to buy some stuff. 5,000 gold. Getting generous with the diamonds. That's how I like it. Take no damage. This is the one where I have to fly my way across this huge pit, right? And do the paintings come alive too? Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to make it across that, so I might as well not even bother. Just end up taking more damage anyway. Oh, what is this deal? Alright. Probably have to dash to get this. I'm not worried about it. Let's just move on. Alright. Free 1,000 gold. Another free 1,000 gold. I like the way you think, chest. I need to do this more often. I really just want to see how many shots the boss is going to take at this point. You know, with the amount of damage I can do per crit, it might be pretty awesome. Alright, we found the Maya. Not where I want it to be. Up above here. Oh, well, we've got a couple dudes and a chest. I might as well check this situation out. Alright, we're almost up to 10k already. Yeah, you can charge. Go for it. I'll be waiting. And to our left, there's a whole bunch of little gold chests. I enjoy this. Alright, I knew I was going to take one. Now, will I take one on the way back? Probably. I can't really judge these. Alright, well, I did. Tried to do the rhythm in my head. Didn't quite work. Alright, so now we gotta head down and down and down some more. To a s'more. Did you know they're not called s'mores, right? They're called s'mores. I always found that to be very strange. Like, when I found that out, I was like, oh, I was kind of mispronouncing that my whole life. I don't really care if you want some more of them. That's just a really stupid pun to make your concept around. But, you know, you don't get to decide who makes what puns, I guess, unfortunately. Otherwise, I guess I wouldn't be making any puns at all, I assume. You know, unfortunately for you, anyway, not unfortunately for me. And how do we get to the forest? Is there any way to reach the forest? Yeah, I got it. Armor increase +2. I didn't really think that was going to work, but I've seen that path through walls before a couple of times. It's a lot of things to process all at once, that all of a sudden you need to be dashing towards a chest, and also you need to be able to navigate an invisible set of walls really effectively and quickly. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that, but I just did it, so I guess it's possible. Is there anywhere where there is the forest? Please. Give me assistance. Okay, I got Hermes boots. What does that let me do? Is that longer flight or something? I don't remember. Scumbag Nick looks for forest, goes to the left. I'm aware. Sometimes you gotta go to the left to get to the right. It's a little known secret. Yeah, look at that hitbox. Did you see that? Is there a... No. Okay, sometimes I feel like there's a chest up in that little cubby. It's a different room layout, I suppose. You know which one I meant. And back to the left, we've got another Angry Knight. Shoot some wind blades. Stupid pencil sharpener. Another Angry Knight. They should totally reskin this game to just have, like, all stuff from Castlevania Symphony of the Night in it. That'd be super badass if you could play as Alucard. Alucard is Dracula spelled backwards. I know. Oh, another secret chicken leg. Should vary up the meats that you can find within the architecture, I think. Sometimes maybe find a hamburger or like a milkshake. You know, stuff you could find in like Final Fight, maybe. What kind of things did you find in Final Fight? Was there like a pizza? No, I'm thinking turtles, aren't I? Also, what do the Hermes boots do? I kind of want to know. I also kind of want to destroy everything in this room with reckless abandon. I think I will. Who are you to stop me anyway, picture frame? I think you're so tough. Scumbag Nick looks for the forest and goes in every other direction than the forest would be in. Alright, we found the darkness. I feel a little confused by this layout. You have to understand, like, that is an unconventional layout. It is usually not bent around like that. I assume you would probably get the point, though, considering if you've stuck around for all the episodes of the show so far. We've gone through a number of castles by now. Alright, skeleton. How do I deal with Ball Man? Alright, let's go down next to him. There we go. And Rain of Gold. I'll take a Rain of Gold or a Raining Bunch of Blood. Either way. That would be very gratifying, actually, if you could just, like, destroy these enemies and blood shoots out of them sometimes. If you ever played, like, Dawn of Sorrow on the DS, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, and there was, like, a couple of enemies that would just, like, gush blood out of them when you would attack them, like, their heads would fly off, or, like, the skeleton dudes, I think, at the beginning, they're, like, kind of extra squishy. You know, well-placed blood and gore sometimes is just, it's a very tactile feeling to add to an already excellent game. And I think Castlevania found a perfect balance, actually, without being too exploitative? I don't remember which is the proper usage there. But yeah, I hope more games can come up to that. I think the new Mortal Kombat MK9 is probably a little bit too far on the other side of things, where the glorification of the violence just gets silly. And if you've played that game, you'll know there are these moves you can execute that, like, each character has their own special one. And I'm not talking about fatality, I'm talking about, like, the mid-game, like, does a lot of damage and breaks parts of your body thing, where it's like, picture one guy will grab you by the head, he'll, like, snap your neck, and then, like, break your leg, just randomly, and just, like, 3/4 of your health, or not 3/4, but, like, 40% of your health. And you'll just be able to do that sometimes 2 or 3 times in one match, I think. And it just gets a little silly seeing the same exact animation, like, break the same dude's neck and arm or leg or whatever. It's like, it's just silly. Like, it's not even... I mean, it's super violent. It's awful sometimes to look at if you are squeamish at all. But at the same time, it's just like it's not really adding anything to the game at this point. Whatever your damage attack is, you may as well have just done like a swirly green, vortex around the character and sucked a bunch of life away from them. And it would have accomplished the same goal, because the characters don't act any more hurt than they did before you attacked them in that way. So, I mean, really, showing the graphic violence is really just there to show it. Just to, relish and enjoy the carnal nature of tearing someone's body asunder, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not into that to that level. But, I'm still a Mortal Kombat fan. At least to some extent, anyway. I've played pretty much all of them. Alright, this is a real bad room for me. I'm not happy about it at all. I was kind of hoping I could find the boss room. I don't think it's going to happen. I'd be real lucky if I even get out of this room alive. Yeah, it didn't happen. Oh well. Sir Seller III. I wonder if that's a reference to anything. Yeah, I killed a whole bunch of stuff. And what did I end up for gold? I didn't even really look. I've got a paladin. I'll probably go with him, actually. Yep. Little paladin dude, we've got 19,000 gold to spend. Let's blow that all on mana, I guess. Most of it, anyway. And we'll do a few on damage. Just do one. And then two. And then we'll buy some crappy piece of equipment with that last little bit. Call it a day, I suppose. We've got 1,300 gold, which is probably barely enough for one thing, I hope. Is there one crappy... Yeah, yep, that one. Done. I can always count on not buying something in that particular category, I suppose. There's a lot of swords I haven't bought. I should probably go back and clear those out at some point. Wouldn't even cost me all that much. Just to get them to light up so I can see all the pretty colors. Alright, so I guess that is going to do it for today. Tomorrow, we will go back and play as Sir Marvin II, a paladin. And it should be a good time. So everybody say thanks to the Sloth King for hanging out with us. And thank you to you guys for hanging out with us. Please do, of course, let me know any comments, criticisms, suggestions, whatever you want to say in the comments. Just leave your support in some way if you're still enjoying the series. Likes are always appreciated, but of course only if you think that I deserve them. Because, I'm not into begging for that stuff. But it is actually a pretty important way to increase the visibility of your channel. So, if you care about what I'm doing, you think it's cool, a real easy way for you to show your support, just click that button. But, again, totally up to you. We will leave it off at this point. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you come back again tomorrow, or whenever the next episode is. So far, uninterrupted. They've been daily, so I'll just go ahead and say tomorrow for another episode of Rogue Legacy, and we will continue to get more and more stats, and I really have to make a priority to go straight for that boss next time. So I think that will be, provided I remember, what I go for immediately off the top of the episode. So that is going to do it, guys. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye.